patriarchy. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Mike Pence. Fuck white supremacy. Fuck racism. Fuck misogyny. Fuck homophobia. Fuck transphobia. Fuck capitalism. Fuck classism. Fuck transphobia. Fuck ableism. Fuck Islamophobia. Fuck anti-Semitism. Fuck every kind of bigotry out there. I'm here in front of the White House. I am not here for polite protest because patriarchy is not polite. I am not here for quiet protest because patriarchy is not quiet. Fuck the patriarchy here in Washington, D.C. Fuck the patriarchy in Cairo, Egypt, where I'm from. Fuck the patriarchy across the world. Fuck the patriarchy in every time zone. And fuck the patriarchy in every universe.
Good evening and welcome to the program.
However, experience
the earth is round
the
and not
suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands
They patriots all across Australia.
on their own.
Dividing people on the grounds of racist.
Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life
One in
and
six
culture, and I
Australians
believe
is
it's
now
not.
living off the
They're
dole.
being persecuted for expressing their right to
We
free
don't want
speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching
Dogs,
in Rundle
the
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hey, welcome to Hide from Fire, the only podcast to be a complete fucking hypocrite to. Fuck all kinds of bigotry. That makes no sense. Yeah, fuck anyone who has views that oppose mine. Isn't that in itself bigotry? I put it to you, yes, and I need to stop breathing so heavily out of my nose. I just smoked a bong and I'm a little bit out of breath. Yeah, so I was going to start off with the first story, but as I was... Here it comes, first burp of the podcast. Holy shit. Again, every time I start podcasting. It's probably because I'm such a quiet person. I don't talk at all during the day. I barely say two words. Like, you know, if holidays or whatever, long weekend coming up. If I don't podcast over this long weekend, I will go 3 days without speaking. Easy. I just don't speak. Like, if there's no one around me, I just don't speak. Even when I'm around people, I just give one-word answers, and then, I just listen to everything they're saying. Okay. Give one-word answers, and then I get behind a microphone, and I talk about everything I should have said. Isn't that the whole point of podcasting? Thinking back to things you should have said and acting like, check out how smart I am. Yeah, so I was going to start off with whatever the first story is. I know we'll get to that in a minute. But I thought, that woman who just played saying, with her fingers up, saying, fuck the patriarchy, fuck this, no. They're fucking dried up, fucking worthless old snatch past her prime pussy having fucking... bull dyke of a fucking thing. Yeah, that dumb bitch. That worthless whore. I thought she was, my tax dollars contributed to her being on the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, I believe it is. The ABC here in Australia, which is, our fucking government fucking propaganda fucking, station. Which, as Donald Trump would say, the ever failing. I was trying to do a Trump voice and I can't do it. Why can I never do voices once I'm on mic? Anyway, I need to practice. Maybe that's what I should do over the long weekend, is work on my voices, because I have gotten Trump right before and I'm just not feeling confident that I can get it right now. Anyway, as Trump would say, the ever failing ABC, sad. They are ever failing. Anyone who outranks them on radio, they attack. Alan Jones. Anywho, they my tax dollars contribute towards this shit show of a fucking biased left wing fucking network, and my tax dollars paid that dumb bitch with the hair color that really, if you're trying to cover up grey. go like a color that's now everybody knows you're really, 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 really fucking old. You're not fooling anybody, you stupid skank. Now, yeah, so I thought I would just bring up and yeah, we'll just flick through this here and yeah, basically have a look. This is the episode of Q&A. Yeah, by the way, I think I talked about this on a previous podcast, but I'm just going to go back into it again because she decided to fucking, yeah, be a dumb bitch. So I'm going to decide to make fun of a dumb bitch. So yeah, let's basically, yeah, let's start by just pulling up her fucking Q&A episode. Yeah, live streaming begins at 9:30. Blah blah. Yeah, nobody cares. You fucking geo-blocking faggots. Oh, if you use a VPN, you can't watch our program because the government, us, should have the right to monitor everybody. Okay, minute 25. I was going to say minute 25 in and they still haven't played, but I think I let this thing go for like, holy shit, at least 7 minutes before so I started actually talking, so yeah, whatever. Yeah. Jesus Christ, for.
And our first question, businesswoman and social...
Holy shit, it's about the same time, 7 minutes. Okay. Yep. Alright, I'm going to be a hypocrite. Fuck them. They've got fucking seemingly unlimited resources, a team of people, and it takes them the same amount of time it takes me to get a stream up and running. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Old assumptions about male violence. Please welcome our panel.
Here we go. So yeah, let's go through their introductions. Why not?
And Q&A is coming to you live across Eastern Australia on ABC TV and across the nation on iView and News Radio. And our
News Radio. What is it with old women and their fucking hair? Yeah, like these dumb bitches are going to have. They're all going to have stupid coloured hair. It's like any woman that's a fucking animal rights activist always has to have hair that is fucking some weird shade of fucking burgundy that nobody's hair is naturally coloured that way. And it always has the consistency of straw. Yuck. You're gross. Anyway, let's continue.
first question tonight comes from Nisha Kott.
The interim report of the Royal Commission into Aged Care has damned Australia's system as inhumane, abusive and unjustified.
Why, because you can't milk it?
Yet there seems to be very little attention paid to these findings. Do we as a nation care more about parties, hats and frocks than we do about our elderly?
Thank you very much. And I think that was a reference to what's going on.
And what's this shit here? Q&A panel in 2009. 49% female, 51% male. Oh my God, it's the exact reverse of the population. So if it were 51% female and 49% male, it would be an accurate representation of the population. Oh my God, they're 2% off of being completely fucking accurate. The shame. The fucking shame.
Am I saying that I'm better than you? Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay? Much better than you.
At the moment with the Melbourne Cup tomorrow. So let's bring in an Australian on this one. Hannah, what do you think? Do we care more about parties and frocks at the Melbourne Cup than we do about our older Australians?
You're fucking a white male!
Why is Howard Stern on the panel?
Well, I think, the findings are horrific and they weren't any surprise given when they first came
Horrific is how I would describe what your vag must look like.
to light with the ABC report.
Oh my God, can
and
you
they are
imagine what her
horrific. But I
fucking
think they are
box sit is?
symptomatic of our attitudes towards minorities. So it's not just
Women
our
aren't a
attitudes
minority.
towards the elderly. I think as a country, we have positioned minorities in competition with a whole host of other issues. So
No.
I think
You have positioned minorities in competition by your fucking your victim hierarchy. That is exactly how fucking. That's exactly why under fucking what you consider right wing but libertarian, everybody's equal. People, it was fucking Martin Luther King Day yesterday in America, 2 days ago here, or International Penguin Day as it's also known. It actually is International Penguin Day as well. Penguins are funny. Also very rapey. Anyway. Are penguins rapey? I think they are. I know dolphins and sea otters and ducks are, so I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume. I assume every animal is rapey. They're fucking animals. I mean, that's why we refer to fucking the worst people in our society, murderers, rapists, child abusers, that as animals, because, animals. Anyway, I forget where I was going. Anyway, yeah, you people, that's what I was saying. You people are the ones who pit minorities against each other. Like, I'm a woman, so I'm oppressed. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a black woman. I'm more oppressed. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was very American, but you get the point. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm a trans... Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I'm a trans woman. Wax my balls.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Aged care and the abuses of aged care have become a consequence of
Have
how
they,
we
Joss?
view minorities, how, at best...
Wait, aged care is how we view minorities. No, aged care, and well, therefore the lack of, the fact that people are just being like abandoned by their own offspring and put into, these shitty state-run homes is exactly what you people have been pushing, the destruction of the family unit. The idea that people all just take care of each other. No, rely on the state for this, rely on the state for that. Well, guess what? If some fucking dumb bitch woman decides to be a single mother, raises her kids on welfare, guess where she's going to end up? In an aged home. In a fucking old aged home. Because there is an 80% chance that her kids are going to end up on welfare and therefore not be able to even afford to give her any kind of luxury in life. And yeah, this is the exact shit you people have been pushing from fucking day dot. You dumb fucking... Okay, let's let it continue.
Indifferent to them. And
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
What the actual fuck is that? Alright, this is going to come across racist, but that is clearly part fucking primate.
And at worst, we are hostile to minorities. All minorities, including women, disabled groups, queer community,
I don't know about that, Robin.
Muslims. And for me, this is part of that conversation that we need to have.
Sounded like
Although
Robin Williams in it.
specifically, we need to look at what's happening in aged care.
Yeah, Ashton, ageism is a big part of your...
Of course feminists care about ageism. They're all dried up, barren, worthless whores.
Your work, really, and your thought. Do you think it is separate to the other isms in a way?
What the actual fuck?
Well, it's paradoxical in that the aging, is the one universal human experience.
Yep.
And older
so
people,
therefore, not a minority.
Are a minority of the population. Ageism, I should say, is any judgment on the basis of age. So young people, children, experience a lot of it too. A society that doesn't look after children is also ageist.
Okay, yeah, young people. Oh, we don't let young people vote. We don't let young people vote. Oh, young people don't know how to take care of themselves. They need the welfare state. Fucking people, like every fucking second thing these people say contradicts something else that they believe.
I think that we have. That it is indeed, I think Hannah's right, that it does represent how we treat people at the margins of society. I would say capitalism is probably the biggest driver.
Yes. Capitalism is and this is what we pay for. This is the unbiased ABC. Capitalism is the biggest problem. The free market is the biggest problem. Letting people have the freedom to choose and, therefore the market decide what has value, what doesn't. That's the biggest problem. We need intellectuals, and I say that with air quotes, intellectuals like these fucking bulldykes to come in and tell us what is right from wrong and how we should or should not spend our money, because we're all just peasants. Fuck you.
In that we don't respect people who don't contribute in conventional economic terms, which means children and retired people.
No, we do. That's absolutely not true. People do value children and the elderly. It's called being a parent and being a grandparent. It's called the family unit. Something you childless, worthless, barren whores are against.
Even though they contribute in many ways that are harder to measure and often enable other people to contribute in conventional ways.
Okay. What about, let's stick with the Australians for a minute, because the reference was in reference to the Melbourne Cup. But we've also had this Royal Commission into aged care just handed down last week. And one of the findings from the Royal Commissioners was that the shocking state of our aged care sector, and it was described as sad and shocking,
Not to
and
the cop.
cruel and harmful.
Oh,
Which is
fuck
between
off.
our own ears, and
Oh
then
my
how
God.
it plays out in the workforce, in our healthcare systems, and everywhere.
100% she's Canadian.
Where, that is where it has to begin, so that
Yep.
people can look at like
All right,
workers.
get to
for,
the
for the
fucking
capacity,
angry
the
fucking
individual capacities
Egyptian
we bring to the
bulldog
job.
It's
with the
proving very
retarded
difficult to
period
shift.
blood
I mean,
hair.
I've seen government after government decide that they're going to try and do everything they can to get more older people employed, and they have subsidies and.
We don't need more older people employed. We need like families to take care of each other. Jesus fucking Christ.
It just doesn't seem to shift. Hannah, you employ people. Do you employ older people?
I absolutely do.
I sure do,
and I
Robin.
think it's also important to look at.
God damn it,
the
I'm doing
gendered
Robin
nature
Williams again.
of aged care.
I'm just going to step
And
into
when
the
it comes
closet.
to women and women who have had their careers interrupted. And
Oh my
then
God.
find-
Yeah. Again, we need abortion so women don't have their careers interrupted. Hey, guess what? Actually, in the fucking abortions fucking a go-go utopia they dream of, we don't have to worry about the rights of children. They don't fucking exist.
themselves needing to re-enter the workforce. So on
They don't
somebody
need to re-enter the workforce. It's called a husband.
who speaks to responding to circuit breaking the cycle of disadvantage for women, whether they be escaping situations of violence or whether they
recognizing
be
a communist,
experiencing
physical
societal
appearance counts for
discrimination
nothing.
and or finding themselves in their third age needing to come back
What do you mean?
into the
Oh my God.
workforce.
Third age. This is the same type of fucking social justice horseshit rhetoric, like, newspeak that they tried to pull when, a Starbucks kicked people out for not buying shit and they just happened to be black. It's like, well, at Starbucks, we see this as your third home. See, where you live, that's your first home. Where you work, that's your second home. We like to think this as your third home. See, is that your third age? It's all the same fucking rhetoric. Okay.
And coincidentally, the highest
Yada, yada, yada. I don't want to hear Howard
Big
Stern's.
and key question, isn't it?
I think,
Oh, holy shit, let's hear-
But how do we?
Let's hear half Bigfoot fucking low tits talk. Low tits, high gut.
Do it. Let's talk about that because we're nearly 30 years since we had a royal commission into black deaths in custody.
Yeah.
One of the key
You know what the best way not to die in custody is? Don't steal shit.
How dare you?
key things they found was that public drunkenness should no longer be a criminal offence, and it hasn't
That's what
changed.
the bloody
So
Marxists always say.
Okay, public drunkenness should no longer be a criminal offence. Really? Because Australia is overwhelmingly white. So, and men drink a shitload more than women. So, basically, you want public drunkenness to no longer be an offence? Expect the streets to be flooded with drunk cunts like me. You don't want that. I'm your enemy, you fucking idiots.
Royal Commissions aren't doing it. So how do we make this
fuck
change?
Royal Commission.
And
Fuck
are
anything
things
royal.
changing? Because this is the first
Fuck
inquest,
Lord.
this one into Tanya Day's death, to formally consider systemic racism as a contributing factor. Is that
No such thing.
a sign of improvement?
Whoa.
It's like how incremental, like what?
She's thinking about fish heads.
I'm wary of talking about Auntie Tanya Day's family. I think they ultimately decide what justice is for their mum.
No, they don't. That's why we have courts. Courts decide what justice is for their mum. No, seriously, you want fucking lynchings? Where, all right, yeah, we outnumber you, you dumb bitch. Like it's only 1 in 6 women are feminists. Like these women are these women are an absolute minority of intellectual diversity. So yeah, go ahead.
Decide.
Have mob rule,
Like
you
in all
dumb
of these
cunt.
discussions, we should be centering the family and what they want. But as an observer in the community and being on the outside, but also being a black fella, I think
you're fascinating to talk to.
Having police invest
The heart of the way that patriarchy. When I look at your
Oh,
prime
here we go.
minister
The
between the
patriarchy.
dictatorship in Egypt and here in Australia, where you're ostensibly a democracy, but what you're talking about is the
No, democracy is mob rule. See, this is what they want, mob rule. But what they don't realise is they are such a fringe minority that if it were mob rule, like they suggest, it would be fucking the end of their fucking movement, because everyone would just stick their fingers up and tell them to go fuck themselves, like she did in the video I played in the intro from the Women's March. She doesn't want that. Look at her fucking gaping mouth. Fucking, oh God, there isn't a man on the planet who is so desperate to blow a load that he would put his fucking cock in that. And look at with their fucking cheap plastic fucking shitty fucking jewelry. I guarantee she brought it. Oh, her fucking wannabe 1990s choker statement glasses and fucking Ronald McDonald hair. Go fuck yourself, you dumb whore.
Overwhelming power of the state, and that state is driven by...
Oh my God, it's Hannah Gatsby. Wait, do I have a Hannah Gatsby sounder? How do I not have...
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Well, that's not... How the fuck do I not have Hannah Gatsby on here? Are you fucking serious? No, you know what? I'm not moving until I get the... Hang on. No. Mitchell Radau. I don't have Hannah Gatsby. Note to self, I have a Hannah Gatsby sounder. I didn't load it up. It's not in there. All right, anyway, let's keep going. Yeah. Should I... I don't hate men. But it was a man who sexually assaulted me at 17. Bullshit, you ugly bulldyke. Look at that thing. What the fuck is that supposed to be?
A white supremacist patriarchy. When I look at your prime minister...
White supremacist patriarchy we are now. Hang on, I got to go back on that.
But what you're talking about is the overwhelming power of the state, and that state is driven by a white supremacist patriarchy.
Oh, that's why she had an angry face. She said the overwhelming power of the state. Don't say that to fucking socialists. They want overwhelming power of the state.
When I look at your prime minister, when I look at Donald Trump, when I look at Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in Egypt, when I look at Bolsonaro, all of these men
Didn't
are
mention the Mayor of London.
Authoritarians. At the heart of the way that they rule is violence. And that violence...
What violence? All right. Okay, so the heart of how fucking apparently, Australia and, Scott Morrison, the heart of how they rule is violence. All right, well, there was, let's get to our fucking... I was going to say let's get to our first story, but let's get to fucking... Okay, we've heard this dumb bitch talk for long enough. The heart of what they're about is violence. So, fuck it. Let's play. Yeah, this is again from the ABC. Let's have a look at the gun rights. This is all the people who support Donald Trump, support this so-called this white supremacist patriarchy, because that's how the media had portrayed it. What happened in the US in Virginia with the Second Amendment march. With, people wanting to keep and protect their constitutional right to bear arms. They all gathered with, there was so many, 20 or something. There's about fucking 10,000 or 20,000 guns. Semi-automatic assault rifles. At this fucking march, no violence, and they all cleaned up after themselves, and there was no rubbish left behind. The exact opposite of a fucking left-wing fucking Antifa fucking protest, where they come armed not with guns, but with, fucking blunt objects, smash things, set things on fire, and leave the place filthy. Even the fucking, the Greta Thunberg fucking, the fucking Greta Thunberg, how dare you fucking...
How dare you?
It's your business.
You have stolen my dreams, my childhood, with your empty words.
Yeah, one of their rallies is all about fucking basically trashing shit, and they just leave shit piled up. Yeah, like the guy who fucking... dash cam footage I had of the guy who pulled over to, blocking, obscuring, annoying traffic or whatever that I played on Monday's podcast. Yeah, that guy, so he could get rid of his fucking empty water bottles into the bin by the bus stop, which isn't his bin, because that way he can look good when he puts his bin up. Oh, my bin's almost empty, and no single-use plastics in here, as he walks down his fucking hoity-toity Adelaide Hills fucking driveway. I'm virtuous. Yeah, they trash shit because they believe it's, you know, the government is there to take care of them. These people are fucking walking giant babies. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, right, the gun march. This is from the ABC as well. Ooh, Jesus
Once
Christ.
the Confederate capital, Richmond, came under siege once more. This time it was lawfully armed civilians taking over the streets.
Yep.
We are patriots here as a unified front to say that we will not be stepped on.
The governor imposed a state of emergency, concerned that armed militia groups could try to storm the legislature.
I think it's a joke. I think his state of emergency is the biggest block party ever in Richmond, is what it's turned out to be. The only thing we're missing are taco trucks.
The FBI last week arrested 3 alleged neo-Nazis, fearing a repeat of the deadly violence by white nationalists in Charlottesville in 2017. There was no sign of that here.
It's not a white thing, it's not a black thing, it's a liberty thing.
Oh, look at that. Black guns matter. Oh my God. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to give the ABC props so far for showing that it's not a white supremacist rally and actually airing this. I will give them props, but watch where this goes for the narrative.
We want our freedoms, we want to keep our freedoms, and we don't want the government telling us what and what we can't have.
This show of iron
look
force
at all that
was triggered
violence.
by proposed changes to Virginia's gun laws, with plans to impose background checks and restrict purchases to 1 handgun per month.
There is a huge pent-up demand for reasonable firearms legislation.
A spate of recent
Why?
shootings in Virginia.
See, here we go. A spate of recent shootings in Virginia. They tie this Second Amendment march to fucking what the Democrats have been pushing, what the left have been pushing the whole time, which is fucking single-parent households, fatherless households, which every single fucking school shooter, every single fucking mass shooter has grown up in a fatherless fucking household, and then the overwhelming majority, you can add on the top of that, are on fucking these bullshit antidepressants. They're part of the fucking pseudoscience rather, that is psychology. But, you know, let's try and fucking vaguely link the two things together, because it's not the Democrats' policies that have led to the fucking assholes. Anyway.
Ignited a grassroots movement against the state's lax gun laws.
We heard the screaming, we heard the gunshots, and that day changed my life forever. And so since then, this has been
always dorks. David Hogg, all of them, always the fucking dorks that are against fucking guns. Yeah, when was the last time you saw a fucking 6'2", a 6'2" fucking, dude who's like a NRA member, fucking hunts and, all that shit, owns several guns. When was the last time one of those guys ever shot up anywhere? I'll give you a hint. It's fucking never.
When your old-ass parents, I don't know how to send an iMessage, and you're just give me the phone. Sadly, that's what we have to do with our government, because our parents don't know how to use a democracy, so we have to.
my cause. I'm going to fight for the rest of my life.
No, you're not. Eventually you'll get... Yeah, she's not going to fight for shit for the rest of her life. Let's have a look at her again. No, as soon as she gets a good deep dick in, she'll give it all up. As soon as she gets a fucking baby in her hands, she'll change her tune. As soon as she hits 25 and her biological clock starts ticking in her ear, she's going to change her fucking attitude. 100% guarantee it.
Shots, and that day changed my life forever. And so since then, this has been
so
my
would
cause.
a big
I'm
black
going to fight
cock.
for the rest of
Oh!
Democrats were swept to power last November in both state houses. Now,
this is almost identical, except for actually talking to a non-white person. This is almost identical to the CNN narrative.
Their mandate to tighten gun laws is being severely tested.
The fact that armed militias have shown up in our capital.
They're constitutionally allowed to. Yeah, the fact that our militias have shown up in our capital shows that we can't push these people around. Yeah, there was a guy who had a sign that said, armed minorities are harder to repress, or something harder to fucking, something to that effect. But, it's that they care about that. No, they care about control.
Demonstrates even more the need to ensure we have effective gun violence prevention legislation.
In anticipation of the laws being passed, dozens of municipalities...
Dweeb.
These have declared themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries, which
Fuck
means
yeah.
they won't enforce these laws. In short, it's a standoff between those who make the laws at a state level and those who enforce them at a local level.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Oh, hate speech.
There are tens of thousands of people here with guns showing them that we don't want them to become tyrannical, and if they do, then we're going to have a real problem.
The President has voiced his support for the demonstration.
Oh my God, they're
hoping it's
singing a
rallying
patriotic
cry
song.
for re-election in November. David Lipson, ABC News, Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, so that was the peaceful protest over. Well, that was what happened at the. Yeah, that's what happened over at Virginia, and a day before they had the women's march that we were just talking about. That red-haired fucking harpy who was screaming and about fuck the patriarchy. So let's just take a look at what they were up to and what their views are, because that was pretty concise with these people. It's not a black or white issue. It's just about people being able to protect themselves from a tyrannical government. Yeah, all seems pretty reasonable. Let's see how reasonable the feminists are. I haven't watched this clip, by the way. I just downloaded it.
How do you feel about the energy here today?
Hold up, we got to go back to that. Have a look at this. I just caught that.
How do you feel?
Look at this fucking absolute queef of a human being. Look at him with his fucking purple sparkly fucking pussy hat. Oh my fucking God. Someone here will suck my dick if I say I'm a feminist. I care about women's... Oh, she brushed up against me. Oh, God, I'm coming. She brushed up against me. Oh, what a fucking creep. Look at him. You fucking... I guarantee... Child molester. 100% absolute fucking child molester. But what would I know?
You're fucking a white male!
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Feel about the energy here today? I think it's amazing. Like, we were just talking about how we were...
See, it's not, what are you here to protest? What's going on? Like, it's how do you feel about the energy here today? What a load of fucking horseshit. What a bullshit fucking question. How do you feel? Irrelevant. Why? What laws? What are you protesting legally? Like, what is it that's happening in the law that you're against? Well, I feel like, as soon as you say feel, you've lost the argument.
like honestly gonna cry because it was just, it's so powerful. It really is.
See, again, the energy here today, I'm almost going to cry. It's just so powerful. She said nothing so far. Absolutely fucking nothing.
And I don't know, it's just everybody here fighting for each other.
Yeah, and I don't know. So, there it is.
And I don't know, it's just, it's so powerful. It really is. And I don't know, it's just everybody here. It really is. And I don't know, it's just everybody here fighting is. And I don't know, it's just everybody
exactly,
here
Nikki
fighting
would. It looks like Nikki could use some fucking wood. Oh!
for each other. It just makes me feel really united with everybody. So.
Okay, go back again.
Powerful, it really is. And I don't know, it's just everybody here fighting for each other. It just makes me feel really united with everybody. So.
She literally said nothing. Every word that came out of her mouth didn't need to. Nothing was accomplished. Like, they're airing somebody saying nothing. Congratulations. And people call women ditzy broads. I wonder why.
What do you hope?
Oh, someone said woo. What should we all do? Go woo back. You fucking easily led fucking automatons. You fucking sheep.
To accomplish today? I just hope.
Oh, look at this creep.
What do you hope to accomplish today?
Absolutely fucking nothing, but I got to put on this nice pink hat. Look at this fucking creep right here. You know what? I just realized I don't have my fucking little penny majig thing. Where the fuck? Oh, what is it called? Anyway, I actually shouldn't say the name of what it's called because I think if I do, technically I'm not supposed to use it for any kind of commercial use, even though I'm not making any. Oh, god damn it, there it is. So if the makers of this saw it, they fucking saw it. Whatever. Anywho, what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to make fun of, this guy right here. Look at him look at him hanging, hanging out around fucking young chicks, trying to, they're not even that young, they're the youngish. They're like hanging out around them and, trying to get some fucking, what? Real men are feminists. No, they're not. Real men are men. You fucking, oh my God, you fucking, male feminist is just a polite way of saying creepy date rapist. Like, this guy is just waiting, like, oh, where's the after party? Where's the after party? Oh, you're going to go get drinks? Don't worry, I'll go get you drinks. I'll watch them for you while he slips some fucking date rape fucking roofie into it. Oh, what a fucking creep. Anyhow, let's, oops. I forgot the switch. See, this is why I probably shouldn't be using this thing. Anywho. Where were we? Oh, let's continue.
I just hope to accomplish that people notice that we're all here fighting for everything and that they maybe join the movement and help us hopefully impeach Trump and get somebody better in the Oval Office.
So the whole point of the Women's March is to impeach Trump, because that's the only thing she's said so far, is increase the movement, impeach Trump. Okay, oh yeah, what am I saying? It's a to-do list I paused it on. To-do, impeach, remove. That's it. You haven't impeached him yet, you dumb bitch. You fucking worthless whore.
That wants to help us all.
So you came here all the way from Canada just to be here today?
Absolutely. I do whatever I'm told to do by the union that employs me through my workplace. That's why I'm here. And I brought my wannabe Greta Thunberg daughter with me. Ugh.
Second year. Yep. Why is that? Why? What brought you out today? Well, I have 2 daughters, and it's important for them.
And I saw how much Greta Thunberg's mother made off her book deal, so I thought,
them to understand that being a woman should never silence their voice.
It never fucking has. Women will save the USA. Yeah, if they vote Trump, they will.
And this is such a perfect example
They
of
will.
women standing.
Women, yeah, just like Australia, in the United States, women are justice. What justice? You hate me. You hate you, me. Oh, say what? I just inserted hate into that green banner right there. You, me, them, all of us. Oh, is that because Hillary Clinton's "I'm with her" thing failed so hard because of fucking, when you look at it like, as rhetoric, "I'm with her" makes her the fucking supreme overlord, when what she should have said is "I'm with us." Yeah, justice for women. Here's to strong women. Here's. There should be here is missing an apostrophe. Something, yeah, Trump is, can't see that. How can I pick only blah, 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 Women's March, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yeah, and believing in themselves and others.
My body, my mind, my power. And then the fucking black fucking power symbol. Well, it's not your body, is it? Not if you want the government to fucking take care of it. Yeah, if you're expecting to pay money into like what we have here in Australia, fucking bullshit healthcare Ponzi scheme, then it's no longer your money, your body. You're renting it from the government, and they can do with it as they please. That's the whole point of socialism.
And it's just a valuable lesson I need to teach.
Girl power. God damn it. I can't. God damn it. See, I remember the 90s, the early 2000s, when girl power meant women being scantily clad and looking all hot and shit. Let's go back to that.
My daughter.
Sound like an old man.
It sounds like you're getting a little emotional. What's bringing that on?
The fact that I'm a woman and therefore emotional.
You fucking dumb bitch.
The world today is such a confusing place.
The world today is such a confusing place. I hope this gets me viral hits and I can use my daughter and I can exploit her.
Ugh.
And I find such value in finding support for.
See, again, it's just talking about feelings. She's saying nothing. All she's talking about is the fact that obviously her daughter's father is either a complete faggot or he left to start a real family.
For everybody, not just myself or my family, but including everybody in that and fighting for that.
Ugh, look at that thing in the green hat. My body, my choice.
Including everybody.
Oh my god, that looks like fucking Bobcat Goldthwait. My body, my choice.
In that and fighting for that.
Do you support the impeachment process and the way that
Trump, Pence, Fury, yay. Yeah, you do realize if you impeach Trump and have him removed from office, then Vice President Pence becomes the president. Yep, these dumb bitches honestly think if they get Donald Trump removed from office, that magically somehow Hillary Clinton is going to be put in. Like, as their fucking overlord. Oh my god, these people are fucking retarded.
it's been playing out?
Thank God only 1 in 6 women are these women.
Yeah, I was a political science
No BS.
major, so I am know about the impeachment process, but I think there are bigger issues to worry about right now at this current time than how much news media it gets, how many, it's always in the news.
How much news media gets. Congratulations on being retarded.
It's always, everywhere you look around, but there are other issues that, could be solved with,
That's what the
other
bloody
parties
Marxists
coming
always
together
say.
rather than that.
Are you at all worried that this might be distracting from some of the bigger issues and taking some of the candidates for 2020 off the trail?
No.
No, I'm not worried about anything. I'm not aware of anything.
More attention, the better. We frankly, he should be in jail by now. Not.
Why? Racist, liar, what has he said that's racist? What, the MS-13 are fucking animals? Oh my god, he called a gang that rapes people and fucking is a drug cartel? He called them animals. What a racist. He never mentioned their race, but, we all know who he's talking. When he calls criminals animals, we all know what he's saying. Because this is the racism of fucking progressives. All you have to say is, I think fucking, people who fucking do home invasions and carjackings are fucking subhuman scum. Oh my god, you're so racist. How can you talk about black people that way? I never mentioned black people. You implied it. You're racist, you dumb cunt.
We shouldn't just be commencing an impeachment process. He should be locked up. Lock him up.
For
And
what?
lastly, let me ask, there are so many female leaders in the crowd today. The past
And yet nothing got done. Fucking women.
few years, we've seen record numbers of women running for office. But in the wake of reports that Bernie Sanders said a woman couldn't be elected.
Yeah, this is it. Believe women. Fucking, oh look, and she's got a fucking silhouette fucking of Chrissy Ford. The woman who everyone she called up as a witness to say she was sexually assaulted with their fucking Valley. I was sexually assaulted with their fucking horseshit put on Valley Girl voice. Yeah, every single one of them refuted what she said. She had zero fucking credibility, zero fucking evidence, and the evidence is what matters because you're innocent until proven guilty. And it wasn't even a fucking trial, technically, the Kavanaugh thing. It was a job interview. But yeah, believe women. Yeah, unless those women are, conservative right-wing women, well, then they're TERFs. They're whatever. They're fucking ugly bitches. Like I saw some fucking cunt put on Twitter today about Ann Coulter's 53 and she took a photo of herself. I'm 51. Look at how many wrinkles she has compared to me. Because women aren't vapid. You fucking... You dumb bitch. These women are pushing the stereotypes they claim to hate. Also... not a fucking sandwich in sight. What have these women been doing all day?
President, there's been this whole question.
Ugly. Why are they all ugly? Ask yourself that. See, this is the thing about the whole fucking they're politically woke or fucking whatever versus everybody else. No, it's not left wing versus right wing. It's not socialist versus capitalist. It's not that. It's fugly. It's ugly people versus good looking people.
Around electability and women. What's your response to that?
I think
as an
it's
ugly
BS.
whore.
I think that if
Worthless
a woman
bitch.
had been in charge a little earlier, the country would be in better shape.
No, it wouldn't. If you would have had a recession by now because that's what they were fucking, Yeah, that's what they were gearing up to with the whole fucking getting Hillary in, was having a fucking recession. You dumb bitch. So, yeah, there's a comparison between the two marches that took place in the United States this week. One, they talked about the laws. They talked about facts. The other, they talked about how they feel about things and neglected to make sandwiches. Yeah. Well, there you have it. All right, let's go to our first news story. Ooh, Bernie Sanders sticking to the, American shit. Yeah, so footage came out from Project Veritas about Bernie Sanders, like a campaign leader in some state, who, as you can see, let's bring it up. Here we go. Oh, God damn it, why have I got hiccups now? It's the patriarchy. Anyway, this, look at this fucking, oh God, he's got one of those queef fucking fish hats. Fucking hemp fucking, oh my God. Be more of a, these people are complete fucking stereotypes. Anyway, Kyle Jerk Wiki. Is he related to the fucking YouTube? The YouTube bitch, was it Susan Wiki? Anyway, BioAge campaign staffer Sanders Facebook. Alright, anyway. As per Open Data, Kyle Jerk, Crusader, staff member for Senator Bernie Sanders. God damn it, I should have fucking Bernie Sanders sounder. I should have had that fucking loaded up. Anyway, for Bernie Sanders...
You know, it's funny, sometimes American journalists talk about how bad a country is because people are lining up for food. That's a good thing. Yeah,
that cunt. Yeah, the fucking guy who took a honeymoon in fucking Soviet Russia. Yeah, and claims to be for the people. You know, everything he says is fucking pravda. Fucking bullshit. Fucking goimic. Anyway, where is that presidential crusade at the front of point of covert examination by Project Veritas was captured in September a year ago for supposedly manhandling solution painkillers. So yeah, he's a drug addict. These are the people who want to these are the people who honestly believe. Look at this guy. And he's arrested for fucking all this weird drug possession and creepy shit like that. These are the people who honestly believe, genuinely, truly fucking believe that they are all of our moral and intellectual superiors. Let's read on about this so-called woke this guy who's just so much better than me because, you know, I'm a working class white heterosexual male. And this guy's a woke virtue signaler who supports socialism, so clearly he's my superior. On September 28 of last year, Jurek was captured by the Polk County, Iowa Sheriff's Department and given 3 charges, including ownership of a controlled substance, unlawful ownership of physician-endorsed medication, and ownership of medical stuff. That doesn't sound very official medical stuff. At the point on January 8th, 2002, was captured January 8th. Wow, I really just mumbled my way over that, didn't I? January 8th, 2020, Jerk was captured once more. In this January capture, Jerk was accused of infringement of probation. Me good words speak. Inability to give evidence of money related to obligations. So, yeah, where is he getting this money from? He's clearly on fucking benefits or whatever the fuck he's on. And where were we? Obligations. Showing that police said he was not able to give confirmation of protection, ownership of medical gear. Right, so this guy is fucking shooting up. He's a full-blown junkie who's clearly shooting up. The course of events he was bio-captured would appear to agree with Project Veritas columnist, recorded Jerk making unusual and disturbing claims. So this website, BioAge, okay, so they're trying to be fair, saying it would seem to confirm, but they're also saying this guy's just probably on drugs, so you shouldn't really listen to him that, you shouldn't take him that seriously. Anywho, let's go to all right, I'm playing the
once the Confederate
gun right video. Where the fuck do my mouse cursor go?
Once more.
I don't want this. Okay. Wow. Yeah, full disclosure, I am two and a half. No, two. Yeah, no, wait, is that the first? Okay, I'm a bottle and a half of white wine into this podcast. Fag. That wasn't even a joke. Yeah, anyway, what was I going to do? Oh, I've got to hear something. Oh, Bernie Sanders. I clicked the wrong fucking video.
So if Trump gets reelected, what?
Here we go.
Cities burn.
Do you even think that some of these, like, MAGA people could even be re-educated?
Re-educated.
I mean, we gotta try. I mean, like, in Nazi Germany, after the fall of the Nazi Party, there was a shit ton of the populace that was f***ing Nazified.
Why say Nazified? Why not say socialist still? Because that doesn't fit his horseshit narrative. Commie faggot.
I mean, like, Germany had to spend billions of dollars re-educating fucking people.
Socialists don't like ordinary people choosing, or they might not choose socialism.
To not be Nazis. Like, we're probably going to have to do the same thing here. And that's kind of what Bernie's like, like, hey, free education for everybody, because we're going to have to teach you not to be a Nazi. There's a reason Joseph Stalin had gulags, right? Mm-hmm. And actually, gulags were a lot better than like what like the CIA has told us that they.
Yeah, of course, because the fact that Joseph Stalin would have people clap for him, like, hey, it's me, Joseph Stalin. They all clap, and whoever was the last person to stop applauding would be killed. But that's much worse than American prisons. You queef.
They were like people were actually paid a living wage in gulags. They had
slaves were given free food and free board. What the fuck?
Practical visits in gulags. Gulags were actually meant for like re-education. Greatest way to break a billionaire of their like
Bernie Sanders
privilege and their idea that they're superior. Go out and break rocks for 12 hours a day.
The state has no source of money other than the money people earn themselves. If the state wishes to spend more, it can do so only by borrowing your savings or by taxing you more. And it's no good thinking that someone else will pay. That someone else is you.
You're now a working class person, and you're going to learn what that means.
This guy hates the working class. You're now a working class person. This guy sits in an office behind a fucking computer and, tweets shit out and fucking makes phone calls trying to rally support, and he considers himself working class. He is so far detached from fucking reality. Like all these fucking trust fund fucking Antifa faggots. They think they're working class. Yet, if they own a car, they have to pay someone who's actually working class to keep it on the road. They have no idea what working class people have calluses on their hands from being working class. You pencil-necked, prissy, lace curtain, silver spoon faggot.
Bernie doesn't get the nomination, or it goes to the second round and the DNC convention, Milwaukee will burn.
Milwaukee will burn with his fucking hipster beard. Oh my god, I guarantee the people who film this now have to be in hiding because he's looking to send his fucking Antifa comrades after them. Oh my god, what an absolute fucking piece of shit.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah, look at it. Dude, the guy looks like fucking Ivan Milat. Look at the way he's staring. What a fucking creep.
It'll start in Milwaukee, and then when the police push back on that, and other cities.
Explosion sound. Karate sound.
Speech is calling for the elimination of people based on race or gender or
if your speech is calling for the elimination based on race, gender, or do you think that is going to be political ideology? No, of course not, because he wants the elimination of people based on their political ideology. Fucking hypocrite.
Religious, like...
Oh, religious. Would you include Christians in that? I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a hard no.
For whatever reason, like things that people can't change, then you should expect a violent reaction. And you deserve a violent reaction.
Yeah, how dare you hold views that don't align with mine? You deserve a violent reaction.
Be ready to be in Milwaukee for the DNC convention. We're going to make 1978 look like a Girl Scout.
Yeah, I like here they've put in the Project Veritas has put in the thing. Make 1978. It was actually 1968. So they've made the correction for him. Uninformed fucking idiot.
Okay. The cops are going to be the ones that are getting beaten in Milwaukee.
The cops are the only ones who are going to be on your side. The cops are fucking agents of the state. Who does this cunt think is going to drag the people he considers to be Nazis off to these re-education camps or gulags? Who does it? It's the fucking police. You dumb cunt. You're advocating for a police state while saying fuck the police. Oh my god, you're like a fucking uneducated 1990s rapper. Alright, so yeah, that's the end of that for this fucking guy who's been done on fucking multiple fucking drug charges. Yeah, this is the level of what we're dealing with, and this is why Trump's going to win fucking this November. Because of people like this fucking cucklord. Germany needed to be burnt down billions of dollars correcting their fucking individuals not to be Nazis. Yeah, and how did they do that? By taxing people and using the money and then employing police. You fucking dumb cunt. Yeah, Germany needed... Oh, shit. I knocked the microphone there. Yeah, this guy has no fucking idea. This is a drug fucking addicted, drug addled. I say that while I'm clearly drunk and I don't give a fuck. Because my fucking addiction, my love of alcohol doesn't affect others. I get up for work every day and I do my own thing. I make money and yeah, I pay for people like you to sit on your asses complaining about people like me. You're welcome. Yeah, anywho, let's go to our next story. I need a better segue. I really should align these fucking stories so I've got some kind of segue between them. But yeah, it'll get better as I get better at this podcast. That's why I'm doing it 3 nights a week now, so I can just improve rapidly. Bernie Sanders organised. Oh, here we go. Let's bring it back to Australia now. Yes. Sticking on the sticking with the theme of the welfare state and entitled, spoilt fucking children. Let's go to this story right now. Rise of Eshes, or let's just call them Eshes. Oh, Eshes, because Eshes or whatever. Oh my god, this is Wigger 2.0.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Wannabe teen gangsters prey on kids in Adelaide. Police are boosting city patrols amid a surge in youth crime that Adelaide teens blame on Eshes, wannabe gangsters with a signature fashion style who carry knives, deal drugs, rob other youths, then brag about it on social media. Everything except for the last part, brag about it on social media, existed when I was a youth. We called them wiggers. They existed back then, they exist now. They are not downtrodden, these are people, these are fucking young men who, and they are young men, they're going to call them youths, they're going to call them fucking teens, because that's how you can blame what they're doing on other people. The blame rests solely on the parents, and more importantly, the fathers and their lack of fathers. I guarantee, dude, I will put, whoever you are, man. Yeah, I fucking guarantee, $1,000, I fucking bet that all of these fucking little shits have come from fatherless single mother homes. I fucking guarantee it. Here we are. Tina, let's watch the video. Let's see what's going on.
Hey, Adelaide.
Love waking up with a laugh.
Oh, thank you very
What
much.
is
Are
this
you
shit?
referring to us? That's actually really nice.
Yeah, I don't care about you, whoever the fuck you are. Better than him. I'm a complete queef. Actually, let's go back to that. Look at these fucking absolute elitists. We're who you should listen to. Don't get your entertainment from the internet. We're superior. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Oh, hang on. Alright, so these are these apparent teenagers brandishing knives argue. Dude, hold the phone fucking sideways. Look at them. They're dressed like they're going to the Australian Open or some track meet. Yeah, and they have to blur them because they're all fucking underage. Yeah, they're wiggers. That's all they fucking are. Wannabe teen gangsters, of course, here's blah, blah, blah. Teenagers have told the advertiser that age 14 to 19. How the fuck do they know that? I guarantee there are ones that are aged well into their mid-20s who hang around with 14-year-olds. Fucking creeps. Mostly boys / men. And wear branded clothing. Yeah, Nike. Nike is like, dude, Nike is the fucking official wear of the fucking scumbag. That's why I don't like, yeah, when I was young, I kind of fell into this wigger thing. Yeah, more for like the symbolism only. I didn't get into any of the gang shit. In fact, I fucking hated gangs. And we call them faggots. Like, I got boot bashed at like 15, 16 because I would just call anyone who was part of a gang fag and would start shit with anyone who was part of. I didn't give a fuck, and I've got a scar under my. I know I have a scar. Yeah, it's under my right eye from wiggers. So yeah, I've dealt with these people when I was a youth. I know exactly who these people are, and I see them in the area that I live. This is the weird thing. The way they're dressed now is exactly the way they were dressed when I was like their age. Like when I was 15, these people dressed exactly to the T the same way. They wore the same clothes, same brand. And here's the thing, like a Nike just have they been putting out, what am I, 35? Yeah, so it's been 20 years. Right, I was one of these little shits. And then I got a job and started working, and I'm no longer one of these little shits. I'm a, contributing working class Australian who fucking hates people like them. Anyway, I was one of these people at, 20 years ago. I was, I dressed like these fucking, these turds, these fucking scumbags. And here's the thing, they still dress exactly the same. And I see them driving around, these fucking people on welfare who still dress the same way I dressed when I was 15. And, like, are Nike constantly putting out the same pair of fucking tracksuit pants, the same fucking t-shirts, the same hoodies? Have they just been, constantly making these things for the last 20 years? It seems weird because fashion has changed over the last 20 years. Like, if I dress like that now, I'd look like a fucking weirdo. And these people still dress like, it's like, what are they, like, is it constant, like, hand-me-downs from fucking father to son to younger brother to fucking... Why the fuck are 15-year-olds on fucking welfare dressing the same way 15-year-olds on fucking welfare dressed 20 years ago? It's really fucking weird. All their faggy writing all over their fucking clothes, and seriously, if you're not out exercise, if you're wearing a tracksuit and you're not practicing for a track meet, you look like a fucking idiot. Anyway, branded clothing. Bum bags, Nike 97 Air Maxes, or Nike TN shoes. See, this is exactly like it was Air Jordans back in my day, and I'm sure they still wear Air Jordans today. But Nike TN shoes. It was all Nike. It had to be fucking Nike. Nothing's changed in 20 years. Piece of shit is still a fucking piece of shit, and they still dress exactly the same. That's why, like, you know, when I used to wear Nike, I don't wear Nike anymore because they're all woke and all that shit. Shoes I wear now are PF Flyers, or Run Faster, Jump Higher. Excuse I. Yeah, but yeah, I used to wear Nike Air Force Ones because the Wiggers, like, you know, I wanted to be like, you know, all cool and hip hop or whatever. But the Wiggers, they wouldn't wear Nike Air Force Ones. They'd wear Nike Air Maxes. I guess, yeah, I'm pretty sure because they're like significantly cheaper. So they're like a scum, like, so I'm assuming that Nike 97 Air Maxes, yeah, and NT, these are the cheapest of the Nike shoes, is what I'm going to go out and limb and assume. Because, yeah, I'd spend like fucking $150, $200 on a pair of like, Air Force Ones because I thought they were cooler. That's what I like. I get the all white fucking Nike Air Force Ones mid tops. Those were the shoes I'd buy. Or it would just have one color, and the one color would be on the Nike swoosh. Like, I'd wear shoes like that where they're like, you know, very basic and very like discreet. They're still Nikes, but they're like downplayed Nikes. These cunts, they get all the colors under the sun. That's what I find hilarious about when you see these cunts running away and they got their pants sagging and they're constantly pulling them up trying to want to run away from police. Like, these clothes are meant to be for exercise wear, yet you're wearing them so baggy that you can't run away from the popo in them. These people are fucking idiots. But then again, they're young. All young people are fucking idiots. If you're in your early 20s, you're a fucking idiot, and you just don't know it yet. Give it 5 years, you'll look back and go, I was a fucking idiot. They say parents and teachers need to be aware of eshage, because they target people with intimidation and threats, stealing phones, wallets, watches, wireless headphones, and clothing. They sound like Antifa so far, just wearing different clothes. Like, yeah, if they were like, you know, ironically / unironically wearing fucking army boots, and yeah, I put them in black bloc instead of fucking shitty Nike. It's Antifa. Police say they are boosting patrols in Rundle Mall in response to the youths harassing shoppers and store staff, but they do not classify offenders into its subcultures. No, nor should you. Anyone who breaks the law should be treated like anyone else who breaks the law. I completely agree with the police on that thing. Yeah, and here's the thing. If they do start targeting these people because of the way they dress, it's going to end up like New York with the stop and frisk, where it's like, oh no, you can't do that. You're targeting like we saw in the fucking ABC Q&A video before. You know, old people, just like young people, are a minority and they're repressed in this country. That is going to be the argument that some fucking woke social justice lawyer is going to use to get these little shits off with nothing more than a fucking slap on the wrist, and it won't even be that, because if it were an actual slap on the wrist, you'd claim child abuse. Congratulations, you're a fucktard. A video shared on Facebook this month shows two teenagers, angrily yelling at each other. That's what teenage boys angrily yell at each other and then aggressively try to have sex. That's just teenage. I'm not saying it's... Yeah, okay, here we go. See, they can't show them because they're fucking youth. Look, anyone who has fucking writing on their fucking... Anyone who wears a fucking sweatshirt, a fucking hoodie with fucking writing all over it, you're a piece of shit. And everyone who looks at you, look at it, oh, I'm doing the fucking, what's up, gangster, in front of a police car. I'm so fucking cool. Oh my God, fuck the police. A girl aged, let's read on with the story here. A girl aged 13 from Adelaide's inner north, who wished to remain anonymous. See, here's the thing about Adelaide. Anyone who's from cities fucking... Like, you can go 50, you can put a 50 kilometer, I don't know what that is, fucking in, I don't know, 80, 50 kilometer, therefore 80 mile radius around Adelaide, And anyone who lives in that says they're from Adelaide, even though they're not from Adelaide. Like, if anyone asked me where I'm from, I'd say Adelaide, even though I'm, I actually live and grew up and, spent my whole life in the city of Onkaparinga. But yeah, I just say Adelaide. It's just this weird thing. There's a Hilltop Hoods Adelaide hip hop group that have a thing where it's like, you don't tell them where I'm from, I tell them where I'm close to, which is a reference to the fact that people who live like I do, 20, 30 kilometres away from Adelaide, will just say I'm from Adelaide. Because Adelaide is such a small city. It's like, it's a city that's technically a small town. And everyone just says, I'm from Adelaide, no matter where you're from in South Australia, really. And South Australia is fucking huge. Girl 13 from Adelaide's inner north. And wherever you go, you get scumbags. Like, as soon as you put housing trust in any area, it becomes scummy. Like the area I live in, which is a nice area, except for the scummy people. It's really not fair to people who actually buy property to stick these fucking scumbags amongst us. But hey, that's what you get with fucking welfare state. Who wished to remain anonymous because she feared retribution. Well, then don't say she's 13. Just say a girl of high school age, and a girl, a young high school girl. That puts her around 13, 14. You don't, Adelaide's inner north. They're putting a target on this chick's back. But then again, like, none of these scumbags are going to read this because it's it's on a fucking mainstream corporate news like article, and also none of their parents are going to read it or anything like that because to buy, you'd have to spend at least $2 something to buy the newspaper that this was published in. So that ain't happening. They got better things to spend their fucking their taxpayer funded handouts on, like ICE, and not raising their children. Said essays could easily be spotted around the CBD and suburban. Oh, what are you suburban shopping strips because of their attire. Some were dangerous, some were not, she said. Yeah, see, I had that when I was young. I get the looks because I'd dress the way I'd wear the patches or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, I was non-violent. I broke the law a lot when I was young, but I never hurt anybody doing it. They're the ones who just dress like Eshash, and there are the proper ones who smoke. And I think the first time I smoked a cigarette, I was 12. First time I smoked weed, I was 8. Didn't touch it again until I was 14. I'm such a piece of shit. Anyway, dress like that. The proper ones who smoke, deal drugs, carry knives, steal, and don't go to school. Okay, I didn't deal drugs. I did smoke. I didn't carry knives. I didn't steal. But I also didn't go to school when I was I got kicked out of school at 15 because of non-attendance. And here I am 20 years later, and I'm doing just fine. I have a trade. I pay taxes. I'm a model citizen. You don't need school to be a good person. But you do need parents. You do need 2 parents living in the same house. It's just a statistical fact. Deal with it however the fuck you will.
You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now.
Yeah, that's right. Because someone like me can make something of themselves. And that's what pisses off.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
And she goes on to say, I make the effort to stay away from them, but if I was alone next to them, I'd be pretty scared.
Yeah, no shit, because you're more than likely going to get raped. These are fucking welfare kids. They're not good people. And I know what you're thinking, oh, not everyone who grows up on welfare. Yeah, okay, no, not everyone. Just 80% of them. 80%. One in 5 children who grow up in the single-parent household actually make something of themselves and become model citizens. 1 in 5. There's only, 80% of them turn out to be leeches. 80% of them turn out to be fucking pieces of absolute shit. But, you know, we need to keep pumping more money into the welfare state because, you know, if we just get more money this year, things will get better. Even though things have never gotten better, it fails year after year after year. But, you know, let's just keep pumping money into this. God damn it. Like, you know, Australia has what's considered to be a conservative government with Scott Morrison. It's not conservative. It's not right wing. These people don't know what right wing is if they think that the state of Australia right now is some kind of, you know, misogynistic patriarchy, fucking right wing, fucking, you know, tyranny. They have no fucking idea. My people come from fucking Eastern Europe. My people come from Estonia. Yeah, my people lived through actual fucking socialism, actual socialists coming in and taking over. The reason I'm here is because fuck socialism. So yeah, fuck these kids. Fuck them. Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't mentioned anything about, like, you know, going into Bunnings or other hardware stores, Mitre 10 or whatever, stealing spray paint so they can tag, because that used to be a thing. Yeah, you know what? I haven't been into Adelaide, you know, long fucking time. But I wonder, in general, if graffiti, like tagging, spray painting shit, is actually down because of social media. Now they get to, you know, boast and post online. So I wonder if that's actually had a decline in, graffiti. And I'm not saying that there can't be graffiti as art. Like, you know, I see, like, pieces and things like that where they're commissioned to be on the wall and they look really cool, and the people who do it are genuinely artists. And, you know, I've used spray cans for doing shit. I've used spray cans, like, you know, as work. And I've used, like, you know, actual airbrushes and spray guns for work shit. And I completely understand there is an art to it. I completely understand that it is art. Just like welding, it takes a finesse. It takes an art. So I would never say that people who do, like, you know, graffiti style art aren't real artists. I would never say it isn't real art. I think a lot of it looks really cool, and I genuinely like it, but, you know, I wouldn't put any of it on my wall because I'm a 35-year-old man and it would just look fucking kind of sad doing that. But yeah, I have to actually wonder, mate, and I have to make a note to actually, I was supposed to make a note about something else earlier in this podcast and I completely didn't. But I'd have to, have a look at whether the rise of social media has meant the drop in tagging, in just, like, you know, spray painting a bus stop, scratching something into the window of a bus. I don't know. I'm not a loser. I don't take public transport, so I wouldn't know. And that's not to bag anyone who actually does take public transport. But if you take public transport in Australia, you are a loser, because Australia's public transport is fucking atrocious. It is so much easier to... Dude, you're better off walking half the time. Seriously, like, Australia has the worst fucking, like, bus and train fucking, you know, infrastructure fucking anywhere. It is fucking horrid. You can ask the most fucking pro-fucking government, pro-socialism, like, left as far left as you can get. Doesn't matter how fucking far left a person is, how pro-government they are, how pro-fucking, you know, government program they are in Australia. If they're Australian, ask them about public transport and they will go, oh, it's fucking horseshit. That's something everyone in Australia agrees, because everything's so far away from everything. It's like, I'm sure fucking Texas in the United States, your public transport is like, yeah, fuck that. It's easier just to buy a car and drive. Like, yeah, that's what Australia's like. Anywho, yeah, so enough about these fucking... yeah, pathetic little wiggers. How long are we going? Oh, we're going for a little while. Let's go to our next story. What do we got up next? SATs. Oh, here we go. Oh, so coming up in Adelaide soon. This is a funny thing about Adelaide, where I claim I'm from, even though I'm from Onkaparinga, is we have the Fringe Festival. We also have the V8 Supercars. I know that sounds corny as fuck, but it's like a big motor racing thing. Anyway, and yeah, the thing about Adelaide is we have like a arts festival. We have another like a Fringe festival, which is also, it's like Fringe / a comedy festival. Like comedy's the big thing that sells during the Fringe. Everyone wants to go see comedy, but kind of like oh no, not like Montreal. Is it more like Montreal? It's Edinburgh. Yeah, like the Edinburgh Festival. It's not a comedy festival. It's an arts kind of fucking or whatever festival. But the only thing people really want to go and see is comedy, because out of all the shit that's going on, it's either go see a comedian like in a tent. You know, they set up tents in the Adelaide Parklands. So it's either go into one of these tents and watch a professional comedian do his thing or her thing, you know, depending on whether you want to see good or bad comedy. All right.
Some people...
No. I fucked that up.
How dare you?
Is the sound I should have played. Yeah, but anyway, like, yeah, depending on, you know, what you want to see, but everyone overwhelmingly just wants to see stand-up comedy, because when you get these arts festivals, they allow... Like, if they took stand-up comedy away from Fringe festivals... Oh my God, watch the fucking, like, you know, number of attendees just fucking drop. Absolutely. Like, they, yeah, it's so, yeah, like Edinburgh, I assume what I know of the Edinburgh, I'm pretty sure it's a Fringe festival, which is weird because the things that sell out the most are the most mainstream. That's why they sell out the most, because mainstream is just popular. Anyway, they have these things, and like a lot of it is just woke virtue signaling. Like the people who run it are all fucking like, you know, green, pink, blue, whatever haired bull dykes with statement glasses. That's who runs this shit. And, you know, these people claim to be socialists and all about like, you know, we got to fight back against the man and everyone should be treated equally. Meanwhile, the whole festival, the only way they can actually make any kind of profit is by getting other fucking dumb fuck social justice warriors to be volunteers and, like, you know, work the ticket booths and all this shit for free. It's complete, like, you know, it's socialism in a nutshell. They claim to be for the people, yet the people they have working for them are either underpaid or just not paid, period. It's like the hospitality industry. They claim to be all about fucking, you know, and for the most part, I'm generalizing here, but, you know, people who work in hospitality claim to be like, you know, people who own restaurants and own cafes or whatever, and they're fucking street vendors or whatever. They all claim to be like, you know, they care about everyone and they're LGBTQ plus whatever fucking positive, and they want to treat everyone equally, and we all need to pay our fair share and that. Yeah. Time after time after time, when you hear about people being underpaid, it's always the fucking hospitality sector. None of them ever preach what they, never practice what they preach. Yeah, it's just like the super religious people. It's like, oh, this guy fucks kids because he's talking about not fucking kids way too much. Yeah, hospitality workers are always talking about how, you know, you got to fight the man, fight the power, and unionize, and then you find out, oh, you've been underpaying your workers for the last 13 years. Anyway, let's go to this. Yeah, so this is what's coming up now, this fucking artsy-fartsy fucking festival going on, and yeah, I went, oh, Jesus, when did I go? 5 years ago, for my 30th, I went like every weekend it was on and saw a bunch of shit. Had a lot of fun. I will admit, like, you know, you picked the right thing. Yeah, and what I picked was just exclusively stand-up comedy. Like, you know, I did it, like, I went, like, you know, it goes for like a month, and the thing is that everything happens at a month, and Adelaide's packed for that 1 month, and it becomes a ghost town again. But for that, like, yeah, that month, I went, like, every Saturday. I went and saw at least 2 shows every Saturday. And sometimes 3 or 4. I remember one of the, maybe it was the second Saturday I went in, like, you know, in a row. I got into Adelaide at like 1 p.m. Went and saw something and ended up spending 12 hours in Adelaide. Like, just drinking and going to see shows. Like, and I was by myself and I had so much fucking fun. I talked to people, I met people. Like, hey, how's it going? Like, you know, and you know, it's a very, like, I will say this, like, you know, as much as I'm going to knock on the idea of inclusivity, the actual idea of inclusivity is actually good, because I remember I rocked up one night and, one day at, like, you know, midday, 1 p.m., and I didn't leave until, like, you know, 2, 3 in the morning. I fucking, you know, caught a taxi back home. I spent 12 hours just walking around, drinking, looking at shit, going to different shows, and, you know, it actually didn't cost me that much, and it did. It depends what you call that much. It was a couple $100, but, I mean, for being entertained and having fun for like 12, 13 hours straight, a couple $100 isn't really that much. Anyway, let's go to this. Yeah, so this is what's... I'm fucking babbling, I know. The half a bottle of wine I started with this podcast is getting close to being gone. Mm-hmm. Which just shows how much I'm drinking, because I'm rambling non-stop at the same time, he says as he pours, as he tops up his glass of wine. So this, you know, and every year there's some kind of outrage. I remember a couple of years ago at this Adelaide Fringe Festival, there was outrage over Come Heckle Jesus. And I think like 3 or 4 people said, well, that's blasphemy. So they, you know, put it up as, the right-wing Christians try to blah, blah, blah. Well, this year, you know, everyone's trying to out-fucking... There's always an element of shock and that to get the thing, and it's worked again this year with this story. Performer's KKK costume... Yeah, I'm reading that right. By the way, this is Australia, not America, so there is no KKK here. They don't exist. There are people who... there are National Socialists or Nazis here in Australia. There's like 8 of them. But anyway, performer's KKK costume sparks outrage and petition to ban sexual fetish show from Adelaide Fringe. Right, so this is a sexual fetish show, but as, like, you know, festivals, like, you know, very progressive festivals like this, the idea of having a sexual fetish show and being in any way outrageous or shocking, it's getting harder and harder, because it's like, oh, well, people want to dress like this, we don't care. People want to, you know, put pussy hats on, we don't care. People want to, you know, walk around like we have the gay and lesbian Mardi Gras in Sydney, where guys walk around in Speedos with basically their cocks hanging out and just mimicking fucking butt sex, like, constant. Like, what you have to do to be sexually kinky in a country as progressive as Australia is getting, like, the bars being raised higher and higher. So this guy has gone, well, how the fuck do I get attention? And this is how he's done it, with a KK costume. Sparks outrage and petition to ban sexual fetish show from Adelaide Fringe. More than 1,100 people, 1,100 people. That is fucking nothing. Okay, the population of Adelaide is like a bit over, I don't know, 1.1, 1.2 million, which is insanely small, which, you know, Americans will say, really? That's the population of the capital city in South Australia? Yeah, it is. Like, the population of Australia, everyone in Australia is like the population of New York. And if you want to go like down from there, you go to New Zealand. The entire population of New Zealand is the population of Melbourne. Melbourne to the Melbourne, or Melbourne as it's pronounced correctly, the way the Americans pronounce it is actually correct. Anyway, more than 1,100 people, which is fucking nothing. I mean, you can get that many people to like a post on fucking Facebook if it has a fucking kitten. Have signed a petition to ban a bondage show at the Adelaide Fringe Festival because organised was pictured wearing a Ku Klux Klan style hood. Okay, see, Facebook ban, meow. Facebook bans white nationalist content. Yeah, okay. More than 1,000 people, 1,100 to be exact, have signed a petition for Adelaide Fringe to ban a sexual fetish show after pictures of the event organisers wearing a Ku Klux Klan style hood were shared on social media. However, presenter Shane Budgeon vehemently denied he is racist or that the bondage show called 50 Shades of Fringe, clever, contains racist or anti-Semitic material. Oh my god. This gay dude who's into bondage is now being treated like he's a conservative. Welcome to it. You know what? I'm glad that the woke outrage mob keeps doing this, because they just keep pushing more and more people to our side. They keep pushing more and more quote-unquote minorities, like gay people, black people, trans, whatever. They just keep pushing more and more of them to our side. And eventually, this is the way I see it going, and it's absolutely wishful thinking. Eventually, we're going to end up with a very libertarian society. Not a conservative society, not a progressive society, a libertarian society where we all just say, hey, you know what? You do your thing, I do my thing. Let's just leave each other the fuck alone and have the government at minimum power possible. Because that's what's best for all of us, and we are heading that way. The more people get outraged, and the more the fucking religious right, like they used to do in the fucking 90s and early 2000s, be against everything, the more these extreme fringes fuck with shit and fuck with expression. I have no problem with what this guy's doing. Is it my cup of tea? No. Am I going to buy a ticket to his show and see him dressed in bondage gear? No. Do I think he should be banned? Do I think he should not be allowed to perform? Absolutely fucking not. This guy, no. It's not for me, so here's how I'm going to express it's not for me. I'm just not going to buy a ticket. I'm just not going to attend. And that way, it doesn't affect me in any way. You know, if only, 1,000 people protest are really against it. If only 1,000 people want to go, then he's only going to sell 1,000 tickets. Let the market decide. Let the free market economics are going to decide whether what he's doing is popular or profitable. Hey, he might be doing it just for the same reason I do this podcast. It's not popular, it's not possible. I just do it for my own self-interest. And this guy is, putting on a show, technically for his own self-interest. And I say more power to him. He probably disagrees and hates everything I've said on this podcast, and if I went and saw his show, I'd probably disagree and hate everything that's in his show. And he has every right to hate me. I have every right to hate him. He has every right not to associate with me or not to be a part of my world. And I have every right to do the same. It's called freedom of association. And this is what, the ultra woke and that have a problem with is freedom of association, because true freedom of association means the right to discriminate. And when you say discriminate, people think, oh, well, that's a bad thing. You shouldn't be allowed to discriminate. I disagree. I think you absolutely should be allowed to discriminate. The right to discriminate is as equal and as important as the right to associate. If I like you and I want to hang out with you and I want to form a club with you where we meet at a bar every second Tuesday and talk about the things that we all collectively agree with, we should be allowed to do that. We should have the right to freely assemble. Just as the business owner of whatever place we choose to do that at a bar or whatever should have the right to say, no, I don't want you people here. Everyone, I should be free. And you should be free to associate with whoever you want, and we should all be free to discriminate against whoever we want. That now, discrimination gets a bad word, but if you're a childless 30-year-old man and you're showing up to, my child's, don't have a child, I'm just being hypothetical here. If you're showing up to my child's sporting events and just sitting and watching, I don't want you there. That's weird. It's creepy. And I and the sporting club or the school or whatever should have the right to discriminate against you. You don't have a child. There's no legitimate, not creepy reason for you to be here watching children play sport. So we should have we should hypothetically have the right to discriminate against you and tell you to leave. That's libertarianism. Anyway, however, presenter, Vin, he's racist. The bondage show, 50 Shades of Fringe. Again, okay, it's semi clever. It's as clever as any title I give to any of my podcasts. So, I'm gonna give him props for that. I was going to play a sound effect there, but I couldn't think of a good one. Mr. Burgeon, 45, said a photo of him wearing a pointed, we've got the photo up on the screen now, pointed white mask in his underwear with pink suspenders and socks at home on Friday. That's his house. He's got red walls. Yeah, his house looks like a sex dungeon. Really? Yeah. Yeah, red walls are very provocative. Like, you don't paint your walls red unless there's something dodgy going on, which I appreciate, actually. Because if I walk into this guy's house and he's dressed normally, and I just look at the walls, the way they're painted and the lighting, I'm like, oh, this guy's probably into some weird shit. Like, I'm already on guard, I'm already prepared, so if you propose some weird shit to me, I'm like, oh, I saw this coming. So, yeah, good for him. It's his house. He should be allowed to do whatever he wants. Again, libertarian in respect of fucking property rights. He said a photo of him wearing, he's wearing a KKK hood and white socks pulled up to his knees, tighty-whitey underwear, and pink suspenders. And that's it. Oh, he's also wearing leather bracelets. Yeah, any guy who wears leather bracelets is either a fag or on his way to become a fag. Picture had been taken from a private chat group without his permission. Yeah, it's why you don't post shit, people. Just don't post shit. Like, if you want to put on a Klan hood and dress like that in the security, the privacy of your own home, go for it. For whatever reason you're doing it, I don't care. But the moment you put it online, no matter how secure you think the group is, assume everyone on the planet has seen it. Because that's inevitably what happens. The picture had been taken from, private chat group with his permission cropped and shared on Facebook, including the Fringe's page on Saturday. I'm a very open-minded person. Any extreme leftism or extreme right behavior is simply abhorrent to me, Mr. Bungeon said. Yeah, this guy sounds like a libertarian. Now, I disagree with his lifestyle because I don't want to live it. That's the extent of my disagreement with his lifestyle. I'm going to poke fun at it and say he looks like a complete tool? Sure. But does he have the right to do that? Abso-fucking-lutely. He said, it's a white hood worn with a ridiculous outfit on a ridiculous occasion. Yes! Yes! God, where is my fucking sound effect for that? Like, God damn it, I should have fucking... You know what I do? Yeah, I'm going to do that again. I'm still getting used to the buttons I've set up for this podcast. But this is what he says about the picture. I'm a very open-minded person. Any extreme leftism or extreme right behavior is simply abhorrent to me. Mr. Burgess said, yes, I 100% agree. Extremes on either end are bad. It's a white hood worn with a ridiculous outfit on a ridiculous occasion. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gay Bondage Man, for being a fucking voice, an absolute fucking voice of reason in this. Like, yes, you're absolutely right. He's wearing it for a goof. He brought it for a goof. It's a goofy fucking outfit. It's like if anyone went to a fucking costume party dressed as a Klansman. You're like, how ridiculous is this? Oh my God, that's controversial. Oh, yeah, you're edgy. Like, it's done like for an edge. Yeah, he's being a fucking edgelord. That's all it fucking is. And I absolutely salute this guy's right to be fucking edgy in his tidy whities with his fucking, as I look at the picture, his weirdly mashed tack. Oh my God, dude. The fact that I can see from this picture that you're not circumcised kind of bothers me. Anywho, Adelaide Fringe issued a statement that it was taking the allegations seriously. The allegations that this guy is a fucking complete goofball. Oh my God, like Dave Chappelle did a sketch about the gay KKK because that's how fucking ridiculous it is. Like we're talking 20 years ago now. we've come full circle where comedy becomes real. It's just insane. They shouldn't have to issue a statement. It's a fringe festival. It's people like, pulling skin out from themselves and sticking it. It's people who have had their tongues cut to be like snake tongues and their whole bodies are tattooed like lizards. It's people hanging themselves. It's that and stand-up comedy and music. It's an out there. That's why it's called Fringe. The idea of a gay guy being a bondage clan member is a fringe view. Tying it into the title of this episode here. That's the whole point of the Fringe. This guy is let this guy express himself, and it's funny. You might not find it. You might find it in bad taste. You're absolutely allowed to, but that's it. Like, offense is taken, never given. I can't say something. I can say something hoping to offend you. I can never say something with the intent to offend you because I don't know what offends you. I can only say things that I think statistically will offend the majority of people. But I could be completely fucking wrong because, like I said, offense is taken, it's not given. We are currently looking into these allegations and we'll be speaking with the parties associated with the event today, it said. It's stated in our artist agreement, Adelaide Fringe reserves the right not to accept any event content or material that is liable to promote or incite misogynistic, racial, ethnic, religious, or homophobic hatred. They had a thing saying a couple of years ago, which was a very popular thing, come heckle Jesus, where a guy got up on stage dressed as Jesus and invited people to heckle him and question Christian values. Absolutely fine, and as it should be, absolutely fine. You should be able to do the same thing with come heckle, like, Abraham or whatever. Come heckle Muhammad. Come heckle fucking Gandhi or whatever. Yeah, you go for it. Have at it. Let the market decide, whether it's, you can put it on the show next year and have success, or whether you have success this year or whatever. Yeah, this guy should absolutely. But as I said, freedom of association. The Fringe is its own thing. It's its own company. It's its own business. So if they don't want this guy there because he doesn't fit their what they define as their woke values or whatever, then they absolutely have the right to say no, you're not part of our festival. Do I agree with their decision? No. Do I agree with the guy in the picture? No. No, I don't agree with anybody here. I don't think he's wrong for saying no, but I can't say the Fringe is wrong for saying we don't want you, because they should have the right to discriminate against him because of this picture. Just as he should have the right to take that picture and post it online. I don't agree with anybody in this, but I don't hate anybody. I don't begrudge anybody. I have no problem with anybody in this. I'm actually interested. Like, if this KKK outfit thing, let's go up to it here. If this is actually part of his show, which is, from what I'm reading, it isn't. It has nothing to do with it. But if this were actually part of it, I would be intrigued about his show. Does that mean I would end up buying a ticket and going? More than likely not. But I can't lie and say interest is not piqued. The idea of a gay bondage clan member, I find that concept interesting. I think there are laughs to be had with that concept. I think that could be very, thought-provoking. Yeah, I have no problem with what he's doing, but at the same time, while I disagree with the Fringe, I think they should let him go ahead. It's bullshit that they're trying to say this guy is a fucking clan member. Yeah, I completely disagree. He's clearly not a clan member. And anyone who's trying to, say he is clearly full of shit. And they're just, trying not to offend anyone. They're trying to be inclusive and all that other horse shit. Yeah, I completely disagree with that. I think they're completely wrong for, stifling this guy's, and they should allow him in their festival because it should be in my opinion, a festival of diverse ideas, diverse performances. It should be complete diversity in my idea, which means you take people from all walks of life, all ideologies, all, whatever, all everything. Yeah, more everything is what I say, towards this guy. Do I think he's a Nazi? No, I don't. I don't think he's a Nazi at all. But, there it is. And where were we up to because we're coming up to the, you know what, we're coming up to the 2-hour mark here. So I might just end this podcast and start preparing. Okay, wow, I only got 1, 2, 3, 4 stories into this one. And I talked for a long time. So I'm going to remember this. And yeah, like I said, you don't have to follow me on social media. Just watch on BitChute. Because BitChute's where everything's heading. And hopefully, the thing with BitChute is I now pay like $10 a month to BitChute. So I can have 2 channels to upload things to. And I'm going to start soon uploading some gaming stuff. Because I enjoy video games, but I suck hard at video games. So I've got to, go to BitChute and, look up Local Rag Podcast, find me there. And I've got another channel called Gaming with Sage Bear. I'm going to start uploading stuff too of just me eating shit at Grand Theft Auto and just getting fucking destroyed and losing my shit to like 12-year-olds who are just fucking, destroying me and shit like that. Yeah. If you want to see a fucking middle-aged man just be an absolute fucking boomer on fucking, online gaming, then, tune into that or whatever. But anyway, if you want to, if you enjoyed the podcast, if you want to support it in any way, head over to BitChute and, watch it there, subscribe there or whatever. This is going out on YouTube as we speak and DLive if you want to watch it live. I'm going live to, Facebook, might as well be. I'm banned from Facebook just like I'm banned from Twitter. But, head over to fucking YouTube if you want to. I don't give a fuck about YouTube. But, DLive, BitChute, Local Rag Pod. Jesus, that was my old podcast. DLive, BitChute, Hide from Fire. DLive, BitChute, just Adam Sage, Hide from Fire. Find me there or whatever. And, I got my social media, mine's Instagram, Gab. I don't check them that much. I'm not that active on social media. I check it for things to reference and talk about in the podcast. I'm not that active. There's also a Discord server you can find on Discord. You can look for Hide from Fire. I might put shit up in the description. Maybe not. Whatever. But you can find me. And like I said, if you want to support me in any way, head over to BitChute and start supporting BitChute. That's what I do. I, upgraded myself to a silver membership. It's like, I'm paying $10 a month so I can have 2 channels. But apparently what BitChute are doing is they're working their way to getting enough money to be able to, buy the computing power, the servers or whatever, so that they can, offer live streaming. Because at the moment, I'm live streaming on DLive, which is great. Yeah, go support DLive. Absolutely, go support DLive. People people who are being kicked off of YouTube are heading over to DLive, like Owen Benjamin. And that's why my gaming channel is called Gaming with Sage Bear, because Sage Bear is my unbearable's name. Do I agree with everything Owen has to say, regarding things like NASA and Flat Earth and all that? No. No, I think for myself. Do I find Owen to be hilarious and entertaining? Yes, absolutely. We don't have to agree to like each other. We just have to like each other, people. Oh, God, what a faggy way to end this podcast. You know what? On that note, let's go to some Australian culture because, this Sunday is Australia Day. And I've got the public holiday because it falls on a Sunday, will be the Monday, so I've got a long weekend coming up. So I'm definitely going to do something. Going to do a podcast again on Friday. Like I said, from now on, 9 p.m. South Australian time. I will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I will be doing this podcast minimum an hour. Somewhere between 1 and 2 hours I will be doing this, and Yeah, so this weekend, long weekend coming up, Sunday being Australia Day, I'm definitely going to fire up the barbecue. I'm definitely going to fucking start sinking some beers and get shit-faced. And I think that might be the good time to start the gaming thing. If not, I will do a bonus episode of this podcast and put it out. Anyway, staying on the theme of Australia Day, let's get into some good old-fashioned fucking Aussie hip-hop to end this with. Because, like I said, yeah, that should tie into all the wigger shit. I was a wigger in my day. So, yeah, let's get some hip-hop. Old school, pure Aussie hip-hop.
This is Top Dog, the boss dog on them all. You can fall, you can brawl, you can smack. You can never attack. Come get me back. I'll pimp slap your face. Give you just a small taste. My own medicine. You say you smoke broccoli. You say you smoke weed. Well, you ain't like me, 'cause I got the greed for money. And I got all the fly honeys. So chill, make a meal. 'Cause I'm gonna make a big deal. 'Cause that's the last meal. Pussy. Pussy. You smoke weed.
How dare you?